I went to see the new Ghostbusters film today. I must say I was pretty amazed on the delivery of the effects aspect of the film. It feels like it was basically at a theme park with loads of thrills and excitement and the explosive fireworks, that is type of stratosphere of extravaganza. But the most disappointing thing about the film was the script. The, the script wasn't going anywhere. The the jokes felt a little bit flat. The the character bonding was a bit off kilter at times, and that it was going backwards and forth, but it wasn't going anywhere fast. It's not like the lack of strength or substance the 1984 film had, where you had the brilliance of Dan Aykroyd and the Horimis when they delivered a well polished script. The, uh, the jokes came through the situations, but not the other way around, and that, and etc. And it felt like he was well rushed and not give it a second thought to go back and to change some of their things and to please the aesthetic crowd. The, the score was excellent. There's nothing to say negative about the score. It was excellent. It was more of the operatic choir flavor. It reminds me of the of films that I've seen which they had that epic choir vibe to it, and that. But it had loads of other cultural references to other films, like Superman, which they had a joke in a joke about Superman because of the dorkiness of the Chris Hemsworth character. They paled the comparison him to Clark Kent. And the scene which the two Slimers on the seat going up with, but when it explodes, that was a reminiscent to Die Hard 2 with Bruce Willis and all sorts of other things. So apart from all that, it was pleasurable the most, but the laugh shock factor value, it wasn't much awe-inspiring. It was flat and weak, and it didn't make sense. That's why I was sitting in the audience for sort of around about 10 people or so it wasn't a good turnout. There was some chuckles here and there, but half a percent of the time it was all basically somber. Only me in the crowd probably laughed my head off during through all the jokes and that. But the effect side, yeah, it was great and that. But it wasn't the fault of the acting talent. It was the script. It suffered the same problem as Batman and Robin did with Joel Schumacher back in '97. It wasn't the fault of the actors and the effects. It was the actual delivery of the narrative to the film, and that it was set design, character design, and no narrative at all. And seeing this in the mortal words of the late Roger Ebert, and that if Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel was around today, they'd probably say exactly the same thing. But the effects was decent and the music was brilliant. I prefer the effects and the scoring over than the the performances and that. And there was also a reference in things like Peter Pan and that. And the only one, but I give this the film props. Only two actors that excelled through the entire film was Chris Hemsworth and Kate McKinnon, which um, stole the show because she was a female version of Emmett Doc Brown from Back to the Future, all quirky and wacky and zany and that I give Kate McKinnon props to say. I never seen anything of Kate McKinnon and either of them, Leslie Jones and Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig, because I didn't follow Paul Feig films up to now and etc. But I did see Chris Hemsworth in the Avengers movies, the Age of Ultron, which was is excellent. But in the film, he was also excellent. He didn't disappoint. He was is laughing it off, and he was having fun with his character by controlling the the government forces to do a Michael Jackson Thriller-esque dance during through the post credits and that, which was having a blast, and so was Kate McKinnon again, which she was also a female version of Q from James Bond with all sorts of gadgets and that with the guns come out the side and then that with the proton gun which McCarthy wore when she goes like that and all sorts of ecto bombs and that. It was enough. It was enough gadgets to make Batman blush and that and etc. But the story of the characters could do with a little bit more work and a little bit more polishing and etc. Yeah, but it could do and not go after the fan base by assaulting them by in ways of paraphrasing them in, I should say, in a way of satire, in inside jokes about YouTube and Cecily Strong's characters also said the inside jokes that was attack that was a shameful attack against those that was hypercritical to the film and the I must give Paul Feig due. At least he did try his best to direct a film, and that I must say he was a better director of this reboot than Michael Schumacher did of Batman and Robin, because they knew what it was in for and that. But they could give Ivan Reitman with respect instead of shoving him aside, giving him aside the role as as a producer executive and that, which is not very good. If they work together, you should give them input and that, then the film won't be a sordid mess. Yeah, however, I'll be going to see it a couple of more times more during through the week, and I must say I overly enjoyed it in the whole. People could enjoy it even more if the script was better and the character build up was better, and give more background into the characters, getting the audience to grow to love and know them, of what their full backgrounds is, where they come from, and etc., and gel them all as one unit. Just like in the 1984 original, where they all came together and the 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 delivery worked well. But the whole character build up and that for the characters in the film was rather lackluster. But one thing that this film should have never done was shamefully abuse the No Ghost logo by having the Ghostbusters shoot him in the dick in a way of attacking the fans again. That was hypercritical of the film. That was one negative thing I had about the film. It was not very good. You can't abuse a iconic logo by having them shooting them in the dick. God knows what Kristen Wiig did with the Stanley knife to make the stiff puff the balloon blown. She probably jabbed it up his backside, which was late to come in the extended version of the film when it comes out on Blu-ray and that. But it seems to me that it was more of attack against the fans, but they could do with less, dial it down, and it would have been better. Within the whole, the film was great. I'll be buying the Blu-ray when it comes out. I'll be watching it loads more times. But I had my reservations about some of the things I did not like about the film. And I would like to say, shame on you, BBFC, for allowing such degradation to be allowed in the film. Shame on you. To say you butchered cannibal movies to death, why didn't you just say, yeah, this can be allowed, that can be allowed, this can be allowed, that can be allowed. You could have trimmed the shot to the crotch of the No Ghost logo and do a crafty editing and etc. But in the whole, so far, I'm gonna give the film about 7.5 out of 10, due to its lack of script, character development, and the abuse it had to the degradation of the fan base. And this is me, Frankie Smales, and thank you for watching. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Frankie Smales.